Kyoryu Sentai! Zyuranger!
Hey guys, and welcome to yet another one of my Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger episode commentary and reviews. This time it's episode 19, Female Warrior Scorpion. It's the third episode of the Evil Dragon Ranger arc. I think it's about 6 episodes long in total. And this one doesn't feature Barai as much, but we do get a new character who may be a little bit familiar. The episode begins with Bandora calling for her sweet Lamy to come out, causing a storm on Earth and a large boulder covered with scorpions to roll through a forest into town and up some stairs. Geki is at a windmill staring out across a lake when he is distracted by some bullies picking on a kid, who's then protected by his big brother, making Geki reflect on how things are with his brother. He then hears them mention some eggs they found by the ocean. The other rangers appear, saying they have also heard about some kids finding eggs. Chasing after the two brothers, they ask about the eggs, and the boys offer to show them to the rangers. All the while, they are followed by the scorpion-covered boulder. In the kids' house, they turn out to be the missing dinosaur eggs. May asks if the rangers can take them somewhere safe, but as they close the box, a scorpion is on it. The next thing they know, the boulder is attacking the house. Trying to escape with the eggs, they run outside, but the rock turns into an armour-clad woman. Secret Agent Lamy. Bandora shows Grasa Lamy fighting the Rangers. And it turns out Lamy is Grasa's wife. Lamy attacks the Rangers with beams from her hands and exploding scorpions before calling in an army of golems to fight the now transformed Rangers. Geki tells the boys to run and they leave with the eggs, but they run into Grasa and Lamy. Yuji falls with the eggs down a slope and is knocked unconscious as Grasa grabs the older brother. The Rangers arrive, but Lamy and Grasa disappear with the older brother. On the moon, Bandora is dancing and singing around the brother while Barai looks on. While Lamy embraces Grasa, it turns out she's been waiting 170 million years for her husband to return, and Bandora recently promised if she helps get the eggs, she will allow Grasa to speak. The Rangers have taken Yuji to hospital where they receive a phone call from Bandora saying to swap the brother for the eggs. Geki promises Yuji they will rescue his brother and gives him the Tyranno medal, saying it can help heal him. Goosh warns Geki he can't transform without it. The Rangers meet Bandora with the egg bots and show her the eggs within. Beginning the exchange, Geki brings the eggs and Buckback and Totopat bring the boy. As the monsters begin to back away with the eggs, Geki tells the boy to run as he charges the pair, and May shoots Totopat in the butt before taking the boy to safety. Bandora summons her golems as Buckback shoots at Geki. The other Rangers all transform as Lamy and Grasa join the fight. Unable to transform, Geki is being overwhelmed, but he manages to get the eggs away from Buckback and Totopat before he is attacked by Barai, who transforms into Dragon Ranger. The other Rangers are kept from helping by Lamy and Grasa as Totopat grabs the egg box and gives it to Bandora. As she leaves, she warns the Rangers she has everything she needs, and in 3 days, Daijujin will be destroyed. Bandora attacks the Rangers one more time before she and her monsters disappear. Later, the boys are reunited and Geki is given his Tyranno medal back by a grateful Yuji. As the boys leave, the Rangers reflect on the warning Bandora gave them. So, I mean, quite a bit to unpack from that one. I mean, I want to start with the fact that Geki is still dealing with the fact that Burai is his older brother. I mean, you know, the whole focus of the episode is these two brothers. The older one starts off protecting the younger one. And Geki sort of watching them and wishing that, you know, that's the relationship he had with his brother. Instead of, you know, having this guy try and kill him and then find out, oh, by the way, it's your brother. And it's like, what? So it's nice that wasn't just a, like, you know, Burai appears one episode, next episode, oh, he's your brother. Oh, no, it's my brother. Then the next episode, okay, let's go on as normal. It's carrying on, which I think is a really nice thing that, you know, they weren't afraid in this show to have things like going on and on and on and on, and not, you know, underestimating the ability of kids to be able to follow the storylines. Speaking of things going on and on and on, the dinosaur eggs are back. First seen, how many episodes ago? Where, you know, the monkey people lost their tails because Daijujin finally forgave them. But of course, those eggs, after being looked after for 170 million years, were lost at sea. These kids have just found them, somehow. And, you know, they get the eggs, and Bandora's determined to get these eggs as well. Not just destroy them, but to actually get hold of the eggs. Because she even says, get them to me, don't break them. Which is interesting, unless she needs them for something. You know, she's obviously got plans. But of course, yet again, the eggs are lost. This time in a river. I mean, surely they could just go along the river and find them again, but who knows? Because now the eggs are going to be washed out to sea again. But hey. Also, I want to point out another thing. When Geki gives his Tyranno medal to the younger brother, he actually says, this has magical abilities that will help heal you. Which I think is a nice little touch, because we see the Rangers fight week on week. And we know when they transform, obviously they're probably stronger because of the powers in the suit and all the rest of it. And they got the magical weapons. But they still get injured, which is a nice thing between the Japanese and the American stuff. Because the Power Rangers never really get that badly hurt. You know, you might see them occasionally with, like, a plaster might suddenly appear on them in the next scene, or they might be bandaged up a bit, but you never actually see any real injuries. Unlike with this, where, you know, you see blood and all the rest of it. And Geki actually says his Tyranno medal, one of its special properties is that it can actually make you heal extra fast, which sort of explains like how they're always able to recover so quickly and get back into the fight, even when they've been beaten down mid-episode and they're all like bruised and battered and all the rest of it, and then all of a sudden, hey, they're fine. Well, it's because of their Guardian Beast medals, their power coins. And I like that. That is a nice sort of add to the lore. Like, you know, these medals, medallions, whatever you want to call them, they heal. you know, they give them more than just the strength and the costumes and all the rest of it. They actually heal them, which I think is really nice. What else? I mean, obviously Bandora. I believe she was actually saying to them in this one that in 3 days. So I've got it just to the side. I'm just double checking. I've been working on a lot of episodes recently. Yes, and yeah. By the way, I'm going to destroy Daijuden in 3 days, and they're just like, "What? You're really gonna?" And also, you know, like doing the deal, like, oh yeah, you can have the big brother back if you give me the eggs. That's a nice bit where they're like, they do the trade, and it's actually the Rangers that try to pull the double cross. Bandora's actually going ahead with the trade, but they do the trade and then Geki attacks. That's a little cheeky of the good guys. But I mean, I suppose like even good guys can do what they want, I guess. Um, and of course, like I mean, I can't gloss over. I know I've left it till last, but Lamy, wow. I mean, what? I mean, obviously the boulder with the scorpions on. Obviously, Power Rangers fans will be like, "Big clue, that's Scorpina," and you know, I mean, she was there in Power Rangers. In this, she's like an executive of Bandora's. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to mean. And she's Grifforza's wife. I mean, we're talking absolutely gorgeous armor-clad beauty warrioress is married to like dog-faced winged monkey man. Literally the only thing they have in common is golden armor. Yet they are married. And apparently she's been waiting at home for 170 million years for him. That's devotion. I hope if I go away for work, my wife will wait 170 million years for me. And also, it's even pointed out that Grifforza has never spoken. Because one of the agreements for Lamy coming to work for Bandora is that Grifforza will be given the ability to speak. Now, I don't know if on my first watch through I'd even twigged that Grifforza hadn't spoken, because in Power Rangers it was always, yes, my Empress Rita, oh yes, Empress Rita, oh yes, I will do everything for you, Empress Rita, oh yes, Emperor Zed, oh yes, my lord, oh you're so amazing. He was such a brown-nosing, and yet, you know, in this, it's just sort of occasionally. And I don't know if I really twigged that on my first watch through. And then, of course, when it gets to this point where she's like, oh yeah, like you'll give my husband the ability to speak, I'm like, oh yeah, he hasn't actually said anything. So, yeah, and it'll be interesting to hear when he actually does start speaking. I know it's like for next episode, but I'm pretty sure when I did that one, I think I glossed over it, but I think back in Toss Power, like, oh, he sounds so cool. But yeah. But either way, this is a good episode. Obviously, the eggs have been found and lost again. Bandora's got another new ally, so you know, as well as like who she came out of the prison with, she's now got Barai on her team and now Lamy. So her team is growing, and the Rangers team isn't. And yeah, they're not really having much luck these last few episodes. So we'll just have to see how things go in the next one. Till then, guys, I'll see you next time. Wow!